What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Coffee and KOs, joined again by the one and only Lewis, that is at Norton MMA. Lewis, how's it going today?
Yeah, we're good, man. Ready to talk MMA.
Yeah, and I know from a UK perspective, you're kind of the UK expert over there, but we got a lot going on between Darren Till breaking the collarbone. He's out against Marvin Vettori. And then you probably woke up to the news this morning, but Nate Diaz is going to take on your boy Leon Edwards. What was your first reaction going into that one?
What's Nate thinking? Is my first reaction. That's my. I mean, he's
Oh, interesting.
Leon's not a crazy money fighter or anything. So props to Nate for taking him because he's a proper fight. Leon, he's should be fighting for a title. So I think Leon's just bleeding a cash cow here because everyone's going to tune in for Nate and it'll pump Leon's name up higher here. If he gets a win over Nate, he'll do a Jorge and get a title shot hopefully.
See, that's where I was kind of confused because I was like, if he beats Nate, like, does that really do anything for him? Because I feel like we were just talking about we made the video. I think it was Leon Edwards, Colby Covington.
Yeah,
Like that was the fight that should have happened,
that was this fight. Yeah, should have, but didn't,
but
and
it
won't
did
because of
not.
Colby.
And so now Colby, I don't know what he's going to do, but now Nate Diaz steps in. We haven't seen him really as an active fighter in a long time. He's kind of been in and out. The BMF obviously was there. He fought Anthony Pettis not too long ago, but it was like a 3 year layoff for him. And then, he's looked pretty good. He's looked okay. Like his fight against Showtime, I think that kind of surprised a lot of people. He came in as an underdog in that one.
Mhm.
But the Masvidal fight, I mean, he got his ass kicked straight up. He got his ass kicked.
He lost all the rounds, didn't he? He was close to getting stopped every round, pretty much. You could say at least 2 rounds of 10-8s, Masvidal just looked phenomenal in those, and Nate just didn't even show up.
Is Nate Diaz like massive in the UK at all? He is like a superstar over here. He has
I wouldn't say he's
millions of
massive.
followers.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's massive. He's known to only to hardcore MMA fans. In the UK mainly, it's Conor. To be honest, if
Yeah.
you're just a casual, the people you have heard of is Conor McGregor. That's pretty much it. Because you don't the big UK fighters at the moment aren't that big, are they? Darren's probably the biggest, and some people know
Right.
Darren, but most of the time, not so much.
Okay. So yeah, because that's honestly, I think that is going to play a huge factor because Nate has all the fans in the world, and we're going to go into this fight. Oh wait, you know what? There is going to be fans, right? Because this is
Oh
UFC
yeah,
262 in
yeah.
Houston. That's going to be full capacity. So I
It's like
actually think that's
twelve
going to
thousand. Is
play.
that?
Yeah, they're not doing a full on like a full house, but the full capacity. So there'll still be plenty of people in there, and I think that's going to play a pretty big factor because people go nuts for Nate Diaz, and we know Leon really does not have all the fans in the world. I don't know if that's going to really play into his favor too much.
I think he won over some fans actually with Bilal being, I don't know, kind of a baby online, just signed the
Yeah,
contract, all this sort of thing. And then most of Bilal's comments on all his posts were people going, to be honest, mate, you were getting schooled. Like, shut up.
yeah.
You got promoted to a top three, just back off a little, fight someone else. But he's really chasing it. And I think people are kind of going, do you know what? Leon's not that bad. He's all right. He's not the best talker, but man, you can, he prepared well. He looked good. And he's going to fight.
Yeah, I think he definitely earned respect. He
Mm.
100% earned respect. And it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be really too much trouble going against Nate Diaz. I think if this was Nate Diaz like 10 years ago, it's a completely different discussion. Nate was killing everyone. His submission game is obviously off the charts. That's really the only advantage I'm going to see is his grappling is probably going to be superior to Leon. I know you think like Leon
Mm.
has he is very good on the ground. I think he has really good grappling. I just think when you compare him to Nate Diaz against anyone is going to really be, I think, inferior in that regard. Do you think otherwise?
I think his grappling is only jiu-jitsu. I think he has
Yeah.
no game other than jiu-jitsu. Like Jorge had no problem at all. And I think Leon has a far superior ground game than Jorge Masvidal. So I don't see it ever going to the ground, to be honest. I don't see
Right.
Leon mixing this up. I think they're both going to want to stand and trade. Leon's going to want to knock him out and make a real statement to finish Nate Diaz here.
Yeah,
Something
I think
Jorge couldn't do almost.
yeah, I think that would probably definitely be the way. If he wants to get the title shot out of Nate Diaz, I think he has to go in there, go for the finish. And I think that's the best way to do it because we know Nate Diaz, he can go all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
That's scary. He's gonna be the one taking the fight into rounds 3, 4, and 5. That's where he can steal the fight if it goes that long. So if I'm Leon Edwards, I'm definitely trying to keep my distance as best as I can. I don't want to get into the grappling. I'm going to stay away from that, and I'm just going to really just do what he did to Bilal and just go in, throw the output, because I feel like sometimes Leon was a little bit too hesitant. He was a little bit too selective in his striking. That's kind of like something that I saw with him. But I think when he goes in and he brings it and he throws it, he's as good as anyone. So I think that's going to be his move, is to just get in there early and hurt Nate like Jorge did it in the first minute or two.
Yeah, knocked him down twice. One head kick when he got back up. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, he gets hurt quick, and you flick him in the forehead and he bleeds. So there's going to be a bloody
Yeah.
fight no matter what. This is going to be a bloody one.
Yeah, I would have to lean towards Leon in this one. I don't know. I just Nate Diaz, he's just too old right now. He's 35 years old. Like I said, if this was 10 years ago, I think it's a completely different conversation. But I mean, I don't know if you compare like George Masvidal to Leon, they're both great strikers, but obviously Leon is going to be the more well-rounded fighter. And he still has crazy striking, and he's very versatile in his striking. And we see now that he does have power. He's coming in incredible shape. So I got Leon all day in this one, and I like the finish. Nate Diaz doesn't get finished too often. I think it was the doctor stoppage against George Masvidal. Before that, I think there was only really one other TKO in his record there. But I like Leon to go in here, just guns blazing, first round, one or two, get the finish.
I think you'll finish him as well. I agree with you. I think Leon's going to absolutely decimate him. I think it's a bad night for Nate Diaz in this one. I'd be shocked if Leon isn't a comfortable favourite in this. Absolutely shocked.
Yeah, I think let me see if I can pull up the odds here quick, because usually they get the odds out pretty fast
Even
when
though
the
even though
fight comes
Nate
out.
is a star, I do think people are smart enough to realise that Nate's time has probably run its course and it's all bark and no bite now.
Yeah, and I think okay, so we got Nate Diaz opened as a heavy underdog. He's plus 220. You can get Leon Edwards, the big favorite, at minus 275. So that's betting $275 to only win 100. Or you bet 100 and you win 220 on Nate. So almost you basically double your money there. So I think that's about right. I think that makes a whole ton of sense. I think Leon, what we just saw with Bilal, he just handled Bilal. I really wanted to see him move up in competition against someone in the top five, whether that be Colby Covington or whether that be Wonder Boy. Don't really know what happened there. Nate Diaz, we know he's been looking for a fight for a while now, and he's been calling everyone out at 155 to move up to 170. He just wants to fight. He wants to get
Yeah.
paid. Um, Definitely not a money fight. I think you're right, but UFC 262, the pay-per-view is going to be massive, and they'll be the co-main event. I think it's the first co-main event that's a non-title fight. That's a 5-round fight.
Wow. That's awesome. I love that. Maybe
Yeah,
after this, Leon and Jorge can fight for a BMF as well.
God, I just
Get the
finished watching the
revenge.
clips on that. The BMF was just terrible. I hated all that, but that's for another day. So you like Leon to finish this one as well?
Leon round one or two, yeah, he's got to. I think anything, if it goes to decision by Leon, I don't think that's big enough a statement. I think he still deserves a title shot, but it's not the statement he would want. He wants to knock him out.
Yep, I agree. So we both got Leon Edwards here finishing the one and only Nate Diaz. I know a lot of people will probably be pissed off. I know when we say you post on YouTube, you get all the comments when you like throw shade at Khabib or any of the Russian fighters. Nate Diaz does have the Nate Diaz army. They'll be coming for us, but
Oh
we'll
yeah.
stand with it, right? We'll stand with it.
I don't mind at all.
Nope, me either. So that's going to be that, guys. Thanks for checking in. This is Coffee and KOs. You can find us at Coffee and KOs 1 on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We are everywhere, all the major podcast platforms. You can find Lewis at Norton_MMA. He's got the hat on right now. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.